Alright, man, we here with segment 2, If You Ask Me, music and hip-hop culture from the late 80s and mid-20s. And we're going to get into this segment right here, man. We've done this before. We're going to talk about artists that you thought were going to be either at least have a career or really blow up. And you named an artist, man. I'm happy you named this because I kind of be feeling myself, feeling like I know almost every fucking rapper in existence. But you named some guys that I never heard of, man, and I'm even more distraught because they from Queens, so I feel like a sucker. But how did you get into these guys, man? They're called World's Fair.
As if, as a name of the, 1964 World's Fair.
And what is like 6 of them? 6, 7
it's a
of them?
bunch of them.
I seen like 7
so
names.
first thing first, be clear, I'm from Brooklyn. I rep Brooklyn through and through. I lived in Queens for 3 years. I lived in Laurelton. And I was introduced to a guy named Remy Banks. Remy is my man. That's my guy. I grew up with him. I like through and through.
He raps?
He raps.
Because I saw a video where he was the guy, but with Bodega Bams, and he wasn't really rapping.
Yeah, he's a rapper. Okay. He goes off. So, World's Fair is a collective of Children of the Night, along with Jeff Dunner. You have Prophet, Lansky Jones, Nasty Nigel, and I feel like there's a couple artists
there was a lot of them I seen. I went to look at them.
But World's Fair came out around the same time that Pro Ever started the bubble.
Someone said that too on Twitter.
ASAP World is already known. Tan Boys is getting a bubble uptown.
Cooking.
All these artists
Flatbush
were
Zombies
known
and all that
as the Beast Coast. They would include the Beast Coast.
Okay.
World's Fair, specifically Children of Night, they're rapping over beats that I never even knew it belonged to Madlib.
Okay.
I never even knew the song Pinata that Madlib has with Freddie Gibbs. They rapped over it. I was like, yo, I heard this shit before. This song sounds familiar. These guys were rappers and they made great songs. They were an embodiment of making great songs, having fire records.
When I went to check it out.
And using dope beats to rap over, whether it be their own or the shit that they ripping from.
And they rap.
And they can rap.
They rap.
They can rap.
It was 3 of them though. That was definitely.
Shouts to Remy. That's my brother. I grew up with him. Shouts to Remy. Shouts to Lansky. Shouts to Nasty Nigel. Jeff Dunner. Shouts to everybody in World's Fair. World's Fair. If y'all not clear, be clear. I think that they have an album out right now that needs to get.
pushed. So they're still making music right now.
Still making music right now. I think they dropped the album. It's called Highs and Lows. Please look that up. Yeah.
So they mad underground at this point.
Mad underground. Damn. And it sucks because at the time of when ASAP Mob was blowing up,
Pro Era,
they should have been
What's
right there.
What's the other 2 dudes, man, that be rolling with the Flash? I can't remember the name. It's a light skin one and a dark skin one.
Like Flatbush Zombies or?
No, they was like affiliated with them. It's 2 dudes.
Oh, Underachievers.
Yeah.
Underachievers
too.
Yeah, they was part of the whole Beast Coast movie. Beast Coast movie honestly was what was our Wu-Tang. That perspective.
So how are they the only ones that's crazy? See, you just never know how shit'll play out for you.
Yeah, I think it was more or less of who had stride and who had the stride, who was getting more exposure and stuff like that. I think with Pro Era, with Joey being part of Pro Era and the
I like what I heard from them more than Pro Era, man.
Right, be clear. But I think again with the untimely passing of Steez, Captain Steez.
Rest in peace, Steez.
Rest in peace, Steez. I think Pro Era that propelled them to be more like, well, who's these guys? And then with Flatbush, they went overseas to do their shit, and they got over here.
Cooked out of nowhere.
And ASAP Mob with Rocky going
off. I fuck with the mob, whatever. Ferg and shit.
I just think, unfortunately,
I fuck with Tan Boys, man. Shout out to Bodega Bams. Shout out to Bodega Bams. I talk to him on Twitter on the regular.
Bodega Bams, Joel Ortiz,
that's your man too.
Eddie Scott have a song. They're a group called No Ponte. They have an album produced by Salam Remy. That album is bonkers.
Oh, okay.
That album is bonkers.
Yo, shout out to Salam too, man. I know he don't make fucking top 40 beats and all that shit, but shout out to Remy, man. No, I'm talking about.
He got hits.
I'm talking about the sound. He got hits. But I know people.
You see how I just looked at him?
I'm talking about.
That nigga Salam go back to the 80s.
Nah, I'm talking about rap shit. Like,
I don't think a lot of people know he produced that Miguel J. Cole song.
No, he's not.
He produced a lot of
but
he's past rap.
I'm talking about like specifically
He
a
got
song
this-
that's out right now. Like
Okay,
a lot of
right
people
now.
do not know that he produced that song.
Cause he got shit with what's shorty that passed away. He got shit with her too. Shorty that passed away from what's from Britain or some shit. Excuse me, if I get the spot wrong, but yeah, he did shit with her.
The Fuji Live.
Yeah.
With the Fuji, yeah, he blessed them lovely, B.
So I mean, yeah, World Fair. That's my people.
Shout out to World Fair, man.
I could talk on Salon for a long time, so we ain't even gonna do
Yeah,
that.
he need his own. He need his own time, man. Shout out to him. Longevity,
Salon cover
consistent.
like 4 genres.
Come
by
on,
himself.
and
Big
consistency
facts.
too, man. Like you said, back to the '80s. But we're gonna get into your pick because these are guys that I love too as well. We're gonna talk about major pick. No, not major.
It wasn't
Dutch's
my pick.
Not your pick, but I saw them on your
one
list.
of the
Yeah,
lists.
yeah. I saw them on.
You know,
I picked
a
them
light
for
bulb
you,
went
like-
off, so that's a good light, you know. So yeah,
We're gonna
let's
talk
go.
about Dutch and Spade, Philly's finest out of the group Major Figures, but they are Philly's finest. They had a moment when they were signed to Entertainment. They got a bunch of freestyles with Cam. I think they got some with Beans too. They got songs with Beans.
Dead Man
They done
Walk.
killed a lot of niggas. I definitely thought they was, had their moment. I guess what happened to Dutch is kind of, what happened to Spade. Went to jail and shit. But
I just want to say really quick, I never heard these dudes, so I'm very like enlightened to hear what's about to happen.
But that's how I like about the show, because I never heard of these guys. So what got you on to Dutch and Spade? Was it from your producer angle or just hearing music?
Well, what got me on the Dutch and Spade was the fact I was there when they signed a deal with Entertainment.
Nice.
I was a 17-year-old intern for Entertainment, and I remember the day they signed their deal.
Nice.
And from there on, like I used to always, I was like I was a studio doja. Go to the store, go do this, go, you know what I mean? But I'm seeing everything.
So you gotta pay those dues.
Yeah, which was good because me doing that got me the way I'm at now.
Gotta pay.
That's a whole-
Everybody think they gonna just shoot right to the top, man. Don't work that way.
But man, I remember they used to go back in Un's office and they was freestyling and they going crazy. Then Un put them on a couple of freestyles on Flex. Then they was running a promo campaign promoting promoting Cam, Charlie, and Dutch and Spade. And it was another freestyle to the Cellar Dweller stand up beat with Charlie, Dutch and Spade. Then
Did they do one off Outkast shit? No, Cool Breeze shit?
Yes, they did.
Watch the Hook, right?
Yes,
They
they
had some
did.
shit?
Yes, they did. They did one on that. Then I remember, if Charlie Baltimore album ever would have came out, there was this song called Niggas Don't Want No Trouble, right? It was Dutch and Spade, Mr. Bubonic from Philly's Most Wanted,
Those is my
and
guys too.
Charlie, and Dutch and Spade destroyed that record. Then Where I'm From on Cam's SDE.
Cam cheated though, man. That nigga put 80 bars on that shit, but Dutch and Spade killed that.
Yo, listen, man. They album, I remember them recording the album. Like they had Six Figure Digger who did Dead Man Walking. They had
Daryl, right? Daryl Six Figure?
Darrell.
Darrell?
Yeah.
Another
That's my
slept on
mentor.
guy. Yeah?
That's my mentor,
Another
by the
slept
way,
on
yeah.
guy, man.
They had Dame Grease on the album.
Damn.
They had my man's Roscoe's and Diamonds. They was Entertainment's in-house producers.
Okay. So if the product was done, why didn't it come out though? Even though he went to
why it didn't come out was because of, don't get me to line, but what I believe and from what I can remember, I think Un had lost the deal with Epic at the time.
I did hear he lost the distributor.
Un lost the deal with Epic, and then he got them picked up through Interscope, and then that's when they dropped the Rockwaller producer If You Want It. So I thought it was on from there. That was a dope record, but then after that, like I don't know what happened.
Even with the Major Figures album.
They did come out with, I think that came out, they did the Major Figures thing, then they was coming out with they shit.
Joint.
The Major Figures shit was a great push for them though.
Because they had the hit, they had a good song on Yeah That's Us. The album was cool. But
The album was alright.
The album was cool. They flexed on it though. Dem and Gilly flexed on it. I'm not a big Lava fan, but I know niggas love Allah. But they flexed on it, and that's just another hard thing to see, man, because they were talented, man. They worked with some of the best, and they held their own. And just check those guys out, man. Dutch and Spade, Philly Finest, World's Fair from Queens, and they actually still recording. Actually, I had my man DJ Bugs on this show, and he did a interview with Spado and that Lava. So check out my guy on Twitter at DJ Bugsy. And yo, shout out to them, man, and shout out to my guys here, man. If you ask me, we on deck.